Interest inventory. What is an interest inventory? An interest inventory is a great way for a teacher to get to know their students. This is especially great for new teachers. Interest inventories can be taken at any point during the course of a class depending on what information the teacher is looking to obtain. For overall information about students, an interest inventory may be taken at the beginning of a year. For information concerning the thoughts of students on a particular subject may require an inventory to be taken at the beginning of a unit. Or if information concerning the students' thoughts about a course would require an inventory to be taken at the end of the course cycle. What does an interest inventory look like? An interest inventory may come in many different forms, but typically is a list of questions. A questionnaire form or short answer form are most frequent. Here's an interest inventory that I use in one of my classes, which is a novels class. I teach high school English and have the privilege to work with some advanced readers interested in the study of novels. I enjoyed this class very much. I am learning just as much about the novels as I am teaching the students. Why did I choose these questions? For my inventory purposes, I am looking to obtain information about what types of books the students prefer, what genre and or author best suits their taste, if they are interested in a movie in reference to the novel, and how they often read. These questions help me better fit each student with a great novel that I feel they will truly enjoy. I feel that my methods of teaching this class and my procedures best correlate with the reality therapy model. In this model, students are motivated by 5 needs, which are: 1. Students are motivated by need for survival. 2. Students have a need for belonging and love. 3. Students have a need for freedom. 4. Students have a need for fun. And 5. Students have a need for power. I feel that my procedures for this particular course fall into each of these categories in some form or another. The graph I have on this slide is a great and simple layout of how decisions can be made and the consequences that can follow. This is a great model to have displayed in a classroom where students are expected to be independent. The model shows the relationship of actions and choices and both outcomes that can come from those choices and actions, and how the consequences can either be corrected for the better or just worsen. In my novels class, students choose their novels for the unit and will begin to read. We have regular assignments in the class, but the students are given adequate in-class reading time to use appropriately. They are on no set schedule, but do have a deadline for projects that are to be completed for each novel. This ties in with the first and third need of the reality therapy model. Students are motivated by need for survival and freedom. We discuss different interpretations of novels and how we each perceive them differently. If a student has completely missed the storyline, I will redirect the student and try to get them on the correct path of thinking. I try to maintain a calm and inviting environment in my classroom, which correlates with the second need of the reality therapy model. Students have a need for belonging and love. All of my students are welcome in my classroom at any time of the day. I also play music lightly in the background as students enter my room and during certain classroom activities. I found that students love this and seem to be more productive with music. This act is clearly associated with the fourth need of the reality therapy model, the need for fun. Classroom rules. Mine are not usually dissimilar to any other classroom rules. I discuss these rules with every class on the first day of school and give each student a syllabus to keep for reference throughout the year. As a class, we will review the syllabus, and I will tell the students what I expect from them and the class, and then they have the chance to ask any questions or give any comments that they feel necessary. Procedures. When students enter my room, I expect them to have all materials needed for the class period, for the student to be seated and ready to begin the task at hand as soon as the tardy bell rings. I display a word of the day every day on my whiteboard. The students know to come in and write the word of the day on a sheet of paper, using the word in a sentence and giving one synonym for the word. While students are finishing this task, I will take attendance. Once both tasks are completed, we will discuss the plan for the day and begin our lesson or activity.